Hello, my name's Jade and today we're going to be talking about The Assassin's Curse by Casandra Clarke. Okay, I'm going to say 2 words and hopefully that will sell you on said book. Pirates and assassins. Because that's literally what I heard, and then I went out and bought the book. Pirates, we don't see a lot in YA. People say that this is like a children's book. I would disagree with that. In terms of like the easiness, I feel like that's why they say, because it's like it's easy to read, like the writing's pretty simple. There's some subject matter in here which I would not suggest is a children's book. There's like whores. I'm pretty sure there's swearing in here. Wouldn't necessarily recommend that to a child learning to read. The main character, her name is Anana. She's so cool. She reminds me a lot of Rose Hathaway from Vampire Academy. Very snarky, very funny, very kind of like bold and doesn't hold back in any way, shape or form. She very much kind of says what's on her mind. There's also times where she's just quite silly and just fun. It was just all around so much fun being in her head, and the way she described things, like that's how I would describe this. It was just a lot of fun. So don't go expecting like amazing writing. The writing is very, very simple, but I don't care. It's an adventure, it's funny, it's a fantasy as well. You're in this whole new world and there's weird words and it takes a while to getting used to, and there's magic. So we have Anana, who is a pirate, right? Her parents try to marry her off to this Taran of the Harani. I think I said that wrong. And she's kind of like, no thank you, and so she runs away. And they send an assassin to kill her because this Harari, they're serious. And somehow it ends up so that he is cursed to protect her. Like they can't be separated really. And it's as awkward as it sounds. This assassin guy, Naji, I don't want to give away too much about him, but he's pretty witty and pretty like dry and sarcastic, and so their conversations the best, and the sass levels on these 2 characters, and before you know it's done and you need more, and it's like withdrawal. You don't want it to end. It's a duology. There's a second one. I think that's all for the non-spoilery section. If you have not read The Assassin's Curse, I would say go read it. I really liked it. Go read it and then come back and we can discuss in spoilery detail. Anana, I warmed up to her pretty quickly. Like at first I was wondering if she was going to really frustrate me because she had that kind of Clary, Emma Carstairs, Etta, arguably. These really feisty, sassy up front, don't shy away easily, and it's like it's my way or the highway. They're really hit and miss with me. This one I liked, and she doesn't take herself that seriously. She's not in love with herself in any way, shape or form. She's kind of practical with herself. She's kind of like, okay, there's something that I'm not good at. I doubt anyone's gonna say I'm the most beautiful girl in the world or anything like that, but you know what, I'm not like an idiot either. There were so many new words at the beginning about like all these different islands and these different clans. Like she's part of the, what's she part of? It begins with a C, Confederation, and then you got the like assassin people, and they've got another name. Oh, she's very reminiscent of her dad. Like as it goes on, she starts to talk about her mother as well, but you could tell that she was close with her dad, and her dad like taught her all these things. Okay, so we have this woman at the beginning, right? The woman that helps her, she knew about the dream that she had, and she was like, right, I'm gonna give you these things and they're gonna save you from the assassin. Immediately didn't trust her. Why are you helping her? That's too easy. It's just like some random woman. There was a lot of emphasis at the beginning about the assassin and how it's like the only way you come out of a fight with an assassin is death, and it's like it's the only death. She's clearly not gonna die. It's the beginning of the book, of a duology as well, so I don't know why there was so much emphasis. I feel like she was kind of very much trying to force upon us how dangerous these assassins really are. It felt a little forced. I know, she just kept going on about the only death, and after a while I was like, okay, I get it, they're dangerous. Shh. And then, you know, she just casually goes off and fights the assassin, and I'm like, okay, what is this assassin that, you know, will only result in death or whatever? Later on we find out that he didn't want to kill her. Okay, all is forgiven. The weird woman shows up and things just take a turn to weird. Oh, she kills the snake. Yeah, right, like you have to save him from a snake. Okay. That conversation when he's like, okay, I'm kind of cursed, you know, was so casual. He's like very kind of posed and together, and he speaks very properly. He's very kind of sensible, 22 or something, and she's like this 17 kid pirate who's just like, I loved their dynamic, the friendship that grew, and then when romantic tension grew, shipped them so hard. It took us so long to figure out why there was this curse. It wasn't until the very end. Still irritating to go for so long without knowing. It should have been explained a lot sooner. Like, the fact that it was dragged out made it suggest that it was gonna be this big thing, and it wasn't. Okay, she would often be like Cal, or like, I don't know how to say it, it's Kaol. It was a god, a friend on the boat, and she had like a different god that she would say. That was a really fun detail that I really liked, and it just like helped to bring this world to life. He started to become concerned for her, and it was really cute, like when she got sunsick and he had to put her on the camel, and he's like, I'm sorry I didn't listen to you. Because up until that point he was pretty much like, shut, you're whining. It was just, there were so many really cute moments. Taryn, you know, finds them, and there's this big fight and these weird monster like land boats or something, land ships. And she stabs him in the gut. The point is they're trying to find a cure for the curse, and it's in amongst all this drama. He has people following him and she has people following her, and so I'm like, oh cool, so she just casually kills off one of the main plot lines. Turns out that she might not have actually, I assumed that he was dead. Turns out he might not be dead, which I'm gonna guess he's not actually dead. That was way too quick and easy. Then there's a fight, but we don't really get to see a lot of it. It kind of feels like, you know, in a film when there's a fight, but they kind of obscured it to kind of, you know, give it a lower age rated. Like, it was hard to keep them at bay or whatever. I can't remember what she said, but she said like weird obscure things like that, so we know that she's fighting them, but we don't actually see her fighting them. And Najee's, again, just casually dying off to the side. I hated her so much. This Lilia. It's like the way she touches him, like they were past lovers. She clearly was like starting to develop a thing for her, and he's kind of obsessed with her, and he obviously thinks she's beautiful. She's that kind of typical girl that all the guys want. And then Anna is just stood to the side like, this dumb idiot who is clearly playing with us. And when she was mean to him about the scar, and then we find out that Najee just casually kind of saves the world. I gotta admit, I'm impressed. Don't be Najee frowned. I was hired to do it. They had the conversation as well at night, because Lala was being horrible to him about the scar, and he was feeling really self-conscious about it. And Anna tells him that she doesn't trust beautiful people. He's like, oh, well, that must be why you trust me so easily. I just feel so bad for Najee. He's just constantly put down, and he puts himself down as well. And it's not fair. He doesn't deserve it. He's trying. And then we find that other ship. This part was fun because we're actually on a pirate ship. We're seeing her in her element for the first time. Oh, how do you pronounce her name? Majuani? I feel like the J is silent. Marani. Oh, these names. And this is where we get to see their relationship awkwardly start to bloom. Start teaching her maths, and it was so cute. She hugged him at one point, and he was like, sorry, I mumbled, your enthusiasm for learning gives me hope for your future. Oh, also, I forgot, we found out that Mamamra also ran away from a marriage, like Anana. I'm hoping that Anana tells her that she also ran away, and they can have like a nice bonding moment. And Tony and that Antonio kid, whatever his name was, I can't say any of their names. What are you doing? What are you writing for? And then he's like, Anana's doing mathematics. She just was making fun of him. Najee wasn't having any of it. And then he got all sassy with Anana about wanting my mask, la di la la. But she was right, if you went on there wearing a mask, they're not gonna trust you. They're gonna think you're some weirdo. They already do. Besides the point. Don't go getting sassy with Anana. She's only trying to help. She didn't know that there were gonna be a bunch of jerks on the ship. No one else would have done that. It was only the jerks that would do that. Who cares about scars? They're pirates, for crying out loud. Right. And then we have the whole storm, right? So Nana keeps telling Najee, you know what, I'm gonna figure out a way for us to get us there. And like, this whole time he's very, very desperate to get the curse. And I'm kind of thinking, is it really that bad being stuck with a Nana? Wow, that's nice. She smells the smell of magic, and I'm just, you idiot. She's going as fast as she can. You're not allowed to do magic on the ship. That was part of the deal. And then Anana nearly dies. He's covered in blood because he's been doing blood magic, and obviously she nearly died, and so he kind of felt all the pain that she felt, and in turn he nearly died, and he's just kind of like really out of it, and like he's mumbling her name. Normally it gets me. time. And then I started to think, like, what if there was a reason for why he did this? I mean, she goes and just, like, punches him in the face. Part of me is really satisfied. And they get on the boat and he's all cold and, like, nearly dying. And she's just so mad. And she's not having any of it. And then we're on the stupid island. I can't remember when about we actually got to the island, but it felt like we were there forever. For, like, the first however long we were there, stuck in one place, and it was kind of frustrating because we weren't getting anywhere. Magic nearly died. He used the last of his magic to get them on the island. I kind of felt bad for him then. The thing is, he's so closed off, but like when we were on the island, he was actually like starting to like openly talk to her, just be nicer in general and more accepting of her, I guess. I ship it so hard. He tells her that she can't leave without him because it's dangerous. There's mists lurking everywhere. And so she takes his sword and she goes, right? And then she throws the sword away and I'm just, Anana! What are you doing? Obviously we then find out that it was the mist that kind of gave her that urge. Offers her everything she could ever want. She's got her own ship, her own crew. And of course she thinks about it for a second. Naji's not exactly the nicest. He gets very grumpy and distant and cold with her and he can be mean sometimes. Gets so mad at her again and he's like, well, why didn't you then? And she's like, because you're my friend. Funny. The whole point of the book apparently is to find the guy who will tell them where the cure is. They never actually find the cure. Find the princess's starstones and hold them skin against stone. Second one, create life out of an act of violence. And like Naji even says it like rape. What the hell does that mean? The third task is to experience true love's kiss. When he says Layla, what a slap in the face. Is he really that like clueless? It's alluded to the fact that he likes her too. So I feel like the reason why he doesn't say her is because he's clueless. You trusted me because I'm ugly. I don't want to enforce myself onto you. Naji, just stop putting yourself down for a second and think about it. So frustrating. And then he's mean to her for the rest of the book. Oh, and the fire thing. I remember he gets mad at her because she gets too close to the fire and he's like, yeah, all you do is give me a headache. And then that's that. I'm not very happy with him right now. And he needs to open up to Anana. That's what needs to happen. He needs to tell Anana what's going on, how he feels. So I was led to believe that this book, see on the back it even says, to break the spell, Anana and the Asa must complete 3 impossible tasks. Spoilers! We don't find that out until the end of the novel, so I was led to believe that they find the cure in this one. I'm so excited for the next one. They have to get together. Hoping it will happen sooner rather than later, and then they'll have some like relationship drama type thing. That's what I'm imagining is gonna happen. It was just so much fun. Like I can for sure see myself rereading this in the future. I really liked it. I really liked the characters. I really liked Naji. I really liked Anana. And I shipped them so hard. That's it. That's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing morning, afternoon, evening / night. My name's Jade. I hope I'll see you again next time. Bye. Hello, my name's Jade. Hello, puppy. Oh, I just want her to tell him how she feels. Focus. Right. Just dropped my piece of paper.